Today's lesson is about AAWBIS sentence. I'd like to give you a sentence. It starts like this. After the rain ended. Another sentence starts like this. Although we played hard. When the game ended. Before we arrived. If we didn't order in advance. Since we already ordered. What do you notice about these sentences? That was a trick question. None of these things are sentences, because if I gave you a sentence like this, before we arrived, you're thinking, wait, what's at the end? Or, although we played hard. Wait, what comes after that? There has to be something here. So, when you see sentences like this, we can add it. We have to add something at the end. We might say, after the rain ended, we then returned to the field. But you can't just put a full stop and then in a space put a plus sign. You have to do it like this. After the rain ended, because you hear the pause, we returned to the field. But you can't keep a capital W, so you have to keep lowercase. Now it becomes one whole sentence. After the rain ended needs this part. Let's see if you can do the next sentence. Although we played hard, write a sentence for this. This is what I have. We lost the game. Notice there's a comma right after the hard because we hear the pause. Okay, pause the video and do the next sentence. Write a sentence down. This is what I have. When the game ended, we decided to go get some pizza. I put a comma here. Did you put a comma at the end as well? Because I heard the pause. Pause the video and do the next sentence. Before we arrived, we got the pizza. Before we arrived, we ordered the pizza. That should be ED. Did you notice this comma? Because you heard the pause. Pause the video and do the next sentence. If we didn't order in advance, we would die of starvation. Again, it's the pause. When you see the word if, there's always a comma. When you hear the word before, there's always a comma somewhere. When you hear the word when, or although, or after, there's a comma. But it's never after the word. Pause the video and do the next sentence. Since we already ordered. Since we already ordered, the pizza was already at the table. Watch what I can do. The last sentence here, after the rain ended, I can flip it. We then returned to the field to compete after the rain ended. What can you do with this sentence? We lost the game, although we played hard. How about this? What would you do with this sentence? We decided to go get some pizza when the game ended. How about this one? Before we arrived, where did it go? We ordered the pizza before we arrived. Next one. We would die of starvation if we didn't order in advance. How about the last one? I bet you already know. The pizza was already at the table since we already ordered. Full stop. Did you notice that these type of sentences starting with after, although, when, before, if, since, we can move them around to front and back without changing the meaning, without changing any of the words. Look, since we already ordered, the pizza was already at the table. The pizza was already at the table since we already ordered. Anytime you see the sentence starting with the word after, although, when, before, if, since, there's always a comma when you hear the pause and the rest of the sentence continues. I want you on a sheet of paper to write a sentence for each of these. Then show your teacher to see if it's correct. Then you can go into your final writing and check your writing for these.